Froggy went a courting and he did right, Froggy went a courting and he did right, Froggy went a courting and he did right, sword and pistol by his side, He rode up to Miss Mousie's door, Rode up to Miss Mousie's door, He rode up to Miss Mousie's door where he'd often been before, He said, Miss Mousie, are you within? He said, Miss Mousie, are you within? He said, Miss Mousie, are you within? Yes, kind sir, I sit and spin. He took Miss Mousie up on his knee, took Miss Mousie up on his knee, took Miss Mousie up on his knee, and he said, Miss Mousie, will you marry me? Not without Uncle Rat's consent, Not without Uncle Rat's consent, Not without Uncle Rat's consent, I wouldn't even marry the president. Uncle Rat, he laughed and shook his sides. Uncle Rat, he laughed and shook his sides. Well, Uncle Rat, he laughed and shook his sides to think his niece would be a bride. Then Uncle Rat off to town. Uncle Rat rode off to town. Uncle Rat rode off to town to buy his niece a wedding gown. Where will the wedding supper be? Where will the wedding supper be? Where will the wedding supper be? Way down yonder in the holler tree. First to come was a little white moth. First to come was a little white moth. First to come was a little white moth. She spread out the tablecloth. The next to come was a bumblebee. Next to come was a bumblebee. The next to come was a bumblebee. He played the fiddle up on his knee. The next to come was a little flea. Next to come was a little flea. Next to come was a little flea. He danced a jig with the bumblebee. Next to come was Mrs. Cow. Next to come was Mrs. Cow. Next to come was Mrs. Cow. She tried to dance but didn't know how. Now Mr. Frog was dressed in green. Mr. Frog was dressed in green, Mr. Frog was dressed in green. Sweet Missy Mouse looked just like a queen, In slowly walked the Parson Rook, In slowly walked the Parson Rook, In slowly walked the Parson Rook. Under his arm he carried a book, They all gathered round the lucky pair, They all gathered round the lucky pair, They all gathered round the lucky pair, singing and a-dancing everywhere, oh yeah, Then Froggy and Mousy went off to France, Froggy and Mousy went off to France, Froggy and Mousy went off to France. That's the end of their romance, oh yeah,